Welcome back, Khadeen and Devale. Let's talk about Khadeen and Devale. I love Khadeen and Devale. I love them. You know, I am a fan. I follow them. I try to, but I see them. They stumble into my feed every now and then. I used to listen to their podcast a lot. They have a podcast called I forgot. But Khadeen, she's I don't know what she does. She's a mother. That's a lot that she does already. But the guy Devale is an actor, and they have a book on marriages. They try to help people with marriages. They've written books, and people look at them as couple goals. Okay, people look at them as couple goals. I think Devale was acting on a TV show called Sisters on BET, right? So he's an actor. He used to be an NFL player, and the young lady, she's I think she's been trying to do some things lately. But bottom line is that they've written books, they're authors, and they're doing well. I like them, you know. But why am I talking about them today? There's this video I'm gonna play right now, and then we take the conversation from there.
And particularly challenging, I think, for us to be able to navigate the space of balancing work. Yep. You okay?
No, it's just that question. I was just talking to Josh about. I want to be honest. It's just hard. It's not easy. It's extremely hard. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Okay.
I am okay. It's just hard, like to balance everything. I be trying my best. My wife be trying my best. We be exhausted. Like I want to be honest. I can't sit up here and be like, we have a village and everybody know. It'd be hard. Be hard, and it takes a lot of faith. I'm sorry. It's just, it takes a lot of this. Like, there's a lot of times you feel like you don't got nobody else. You solo. You in this by yourself. And I can look over and I got my.
I don't have two kids and I'm exhausted.
You ever seen a grown man cry
It's
before?
just tiring. Like we,
Man, I'm not supposed
it's
to
hard,
cry.
and I want to do all the things as a dad and a husband, and I know she wants to do all the things as a mom and a wife.
Yeah.
It just be hard, you know. And then people watching y'all and y'all couple goals and this and this. Like you don't want to mess this up, because if people are believing in you, you have now a responsibility to be what they see in you, because you stepped out here and said that this is what we want to be, which is what we did. But I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you.
Yeah.
Which is I was gonna sit here and just give you the factory answer, but I can't. Well, I'm tired. I'm tired.
Yeah.
You know, I miss my wife. I miss my kids. Miss myself sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like
I miss myself sometimes.
sometimes I get tired of being Zach. I'm tired of being the Devale. I gotta perform in interviews and I want to just be Devale sometimes. I want to just be like everybody today. You know what I'm saying? I want to, but you can't.
He wants to be
And that's
Devale,
just
not
a
a
fact.
grown man.
Because when you decide
Stuff.
that you want to invest in something that is bigger than you have a responsibility.
Yeah.
And that's just the honest truth. We have a responsibility to do this. We chose this. We're doing this together. So it's fun at times, but it is hard.
Wow. Okay, so that's a clip from I guess there's a Essence podcast coming up. But why am I bringing this up today? I just thought that was interesting. Oftentimes, you have people only showcase the highlights of whatever it means to be couple goals, right? The nice pictures and all, you know, kissy, everybody is kissing, they just kissing. And it's nice to show all that, you know, until it gets real, you know. But he made some really interesting point that I feel like I needed to talk to you, my brothers and my sisters here, to bring you up to speed. Okay. Of course, there's a weirdo in the corner that's going to try to blame this on marriage. Marriage is tough. No, life is tough. Stop saying marriage is tough. Okay. Of course, if you have to manage another person's life or manage your life with respect to them, of course, it's tough, right? But it's just life. Life is tough. If you want to stay single, you can still deal with it. If not worse, you can still do it. It has nothing to do with nothing. But this is still that's why I said we're extracting life and relationship lessons from trendy topics. That's why that's the slogan here. We're extracting life and relationship lessons. What is life without relationship? Will make sense. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, I'm going to read some of the comments that I saw on there. Okay, the first comment is actually from Khadeen herself. You see, Khadeen is trying to, you know, I wanted to highlight this to highlight empathy for men. Okay, not advocacy for men. The advocacy for men thing is what do you mean? Okay, you're still gonna have to be a man. There's no choice here. But empathy, we can talk about that. Okay, empathy for men. You notice what he said? He said sometimes you just want to be Devale, as opposed to what? As opposed to being a grown man. That's vulnerability, right? He's being vulnerable, right? He, as opposed to being a grown man with children, they have kids. I think they have like 50 kids. I don't know. I'm just kidding, but something like a whole lot more than I have, right? So that's a lot of responsibility, and you still have to be a husband, and you have to keep up with this quote unquote this image of couple goals, right? For me personally, I would never put any effort towards keeping up with couple goals. It makes sense, but I understand that as human beings, sometimes we're people pleaser, and we just want to look a certain way, right? Especially if people have put you on that pedestal, you want to live up to it. But I think they're doing the right thing, which is, hey, showcase the voice, which they've always done a good job at that on their podcast. Showcase that you're humans. Like sometimes I just want to be Devale. I don't want to be a grown man. I don't want to have bills. Sometimes I just want to be online. I don't have bills. Sometimes, very, very seldomly, but I know the feeling it's talking about. Sometimes just, for the way I would describe it, that sometimes I'm just tired. Right? You have this, you want to do that, but sometimes just tired. And sometimes we call it burnout. Let me read this comment from Khadeen. She posted under this Essence. So this that I just played is actually from Essence page, Instagram page. So they have let's see here. Wow. Okay, Khadeen said, wow, I was not sure how this interview would have been edited, but I'm thankful that you guys displayed this very vulnerable, transparent moment with me and Devale. This interview started as promotion for Ellie's Ever After podcast. Okay, so you have a podcast coming up, I guess. That wasn't the name I remember. But my husband was just so exhausted this day. As a matter of fact, he has been exhausted for a long time. All right, so there's a lot of women that are completely disconnected from this reality that a man can be exhausted. There's a lot of women that are disconnected from that. So sometimes when you have a Yola Doce, that could be the end result of a man who didn't know how to say, hey, let me be vulnerable. A man who just kept trying to be macho. He just wanted to be macho, to be masculine 100% of the time, until he broke completely down, and then he started to misya and start to troll himself, and just he goes left. Some people react that way. Some people will say, no, let's slow down. For me, I'm always looking at my resources. When I say resources, I'm also talking about mental resources. Do I have enough? If I don't have enough to carry you, I don't have enough. What you see, right? That's the kind of person I am. So I'm always paying attention to how much resources I have, physically, financially, mentally. I'm always paying attention to those kind of things. Because I learned some very hard lessons earlier on in my adult life, and I'm not going to go back to that space. That's my determination. It's tough, it's difficult, but I'm not going to go. And you know one more thing that's also tough, having to tell people no, knowing how to say no, I just don't have it, knowing how to say just no without the shalaye behind it. That can be very difficult. If you're a normal person, the last thing you want to tell anybody is no. Yeah, that's the last thing you want to tell anybody, no. So it's difficult. So I can definitely appreciate. That's why I brought this video here, to remind you, like, hey, if you're exhausted, be exhausted. It's okay. Take some time off. Especially gentlemen, I'm talking to you today. Take care of yourself. I always told everybody, especially you gentlemen, take care of yourself, because not enough people are telling you out there to take care of yourself. There's more people appeasing your feelings, you're caught up in your feelings, and you want to compete with women. There's enough people in the manosphere for that. But me, I've always told you, take care of yourself. Why are you making life harder for yourself? Don't you know life is easier when you just calm down and don't compete with women in any ramification? Anyway, let me continue reading this post here. This is a good post. So she said the responsibility he feels with the weight of everything and everyone on his shoulders, it is hard. but we do our best to show up and be our best selves. We continue to spread positivity, love, and the pursuit of greatness, even in spaces. What they asked them was life balance, work-life balance. That shit don't exist. All you need to do is back off sometimes and take care of yourself, okay? But sometimes we're just tired. In spite of it all, God continues to give us grace, widens our territory, puts it on our hearts to share, and lights our path. We're grateful. Thank God for creating, thank Essence for creating such a safe space for my husband in this moment. Yeah, I love it. Ladies, let's continue to be safe spaces for our men to express how they feel without judgment. Yeah, I know he might have committed some atrocities in the past. You can still decide to be the safe space for him. And that doesn't mean you have to be with him either. I'm just saying, if you have children with that person, you better be a safe space. They'll run from you too. Yeah, men run away too. Just letting you know. So shout out to them. In my opinion, there's still couple goals, especially if he can be vulnerable like this in real life. Not to how far are you there? Good to see you. All right, so do me a favor, hit the like button, share, subscribe. What do you think about that? Do you think he was being a weak man by crying in public? Is that what you ladies always ask for? A vulnerable man? Do you think he got there overnight, or he was exhausted? You realize, like, you know what? That's not healthy. What we've been doing has not been healthy. Or do you think, what do you think? Do you think Khadeen made it a safe space for him to be vulnerable in that way? Oh, gentlemen, what do you think he did? He also said, my wife tries. He was doing words of affirmation in the middle of all of that. Did you pay attention to that? I think that's real. Do me a favor, hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications, and I will be right back.
Girl, it's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Me love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.